Welcome back to Valheim. In the last two episodes, we overcame many obstacles, including taking on new powerful biomes and overpowered creatures, moving base to base, and of course taking on the first, second, and third bosses. And we were coming for the fourth boss's head next. We also met this guy named Pickleballs who lives in the shack right next to us. Oh yeah, and we built this awesome looking keep, which we're currently living in. But this adventure is not even close to over. With all the bosses we have to defeat and building we have to do, this is about to get juicy. This is 100 hours in Valheim. Ever since I started cooking and farming, Valheim has been so relaxing. Most of the time, that is. Relaxing or not, we had an objective for the next 20 hours, and that was to prepare for the fourth boss. Of course, we needed to complete a few things before that. First things first, I went to go mine some more silver. I was hoping to finish all of our armor, so I gathered a ton of silver, and I mean a lot, which I then put into smelt. While waiting, I went ahead and gathered some bronze and placed 2 thermometers down on the right side of our second floor. I then created 5 medium healing potions and put them into the thermometers to use during the boss. While waiting for the silver to finish, we got raided yet again, this time by Drake the Rapper and his pals. After the raid, I sent Drake to go make some more music. Thankfully, during the raid, Drake dropped a trophy, which was the last thing I needed to create this awesome helmet. At the same time, the silver was done smelting, so I finished making the rest of my armor, including a sword and shield. I then went on a quick adventure through the mountain biome. I wanted to find a new seed that makes onions, which of course would unlock a ton of new powerful foods. Once I got them planted, I wanted to get ready to expand the kingdom, so I went ahead and spent about 5 hours mining stone and cutting down some trees for some wood. I was then able to fill up 2 barrels with materials, which was great. After all the material gathering, I was pretty burnt out, so I took a break on my building journey and also check out the new foods we unlocked with the onions, which I was super excited to use. I then decided to go set up a portal at the trader so that we could head over there whenever we need to. It was quite a ways away, but it ended up being very worth it. Bought myself a fishing rod and some bait, which was also pretty cool. I then went back home and wanted to try out fishing, so I spent some relaxing time and enjoying the Valheim music. After fishing, I added the butcher table and the obliterator to further our crafting progression. That's when good old Pickleballs logged on, so I helped him gather some silver for armor. While mining, we ran into this gigantic creature, which we'll call Dwayne. Get it? Because he's a rock. Anyways, Dwayne was a very tanky dude. We went ahead and tried shooting some arrows at him and going head to head on with him, but of course he did a lot of damage. So plan B was to kite him, shoot him with bows far away so that he couldn't hit us till he was low enough and we could go in and kill him. Dwayne drops an item, which is crystals. Crystals can be used to make crystal walls or the crystal axe. I also want to mention that I went ahead and made the crystal axe, but it was completely ass. Yeah, it was so slow and I literally never used it. That's why I switched over to the sword and shield. We then took a break and fought our way through a mountain dungeon, which was pretty fun as well. I made some Fenris leggings, but I'm not too sure if I want to make the rest in the future, so let me know what you guys think. I then spent some time adding some armor stands and a few other things to my room to spice it up. At this point, Pickle went to go get some more silver, so I decided to spend that time building. I was pretty hyped to build. I got my trusty hoe and leveled up the ground around me, and then I expanded it out and connected to the entrance to the keep. Once the land was leveled and lifted up, I wanted to start the wall. My basic design involved 2x1s side by side, and on the right side I stacked it up with 2x1s all the way to 1 block above the wall. And then I added on the left side a wooden wall. I then added 2x1 and 1x1 wooden beams all around the wall and continued the pattern down. I also added some wooden beams in the top block too, and just like that, the basic wall design was done. So then I spent the time adding it on repeat around my leveled area. As for the gate entrance, it was pretty similar to the other one, but it was 1x1. I used the slanted wooden beams and the iron bars again though. I had 2 exits so that there's more than one way to enter the kingdom. And just like that, we had the first area done. I then spent some time leveling out the new area under. But once I was getting close to finishing, Pickle finished his gear, meaning it was time for the fourth boss. We then quickly went to the mountain biome looking for the boss's location, and Pickle caught it right away.
Yo, I found it.
No way, let's go, baby. Once we had the location, we grabbed our heals, food, and set sail for the motor. Once we got there, we gathered some eggs, set up the portal chest, and summoned the beast. Oh shit.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Headshots. There's a Drake.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm not helping.
Problem med.
No!
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 I'm getting the final hit.
I'm getting the final hit.
Let's go! I got it! Holy shit,
Oh my god, let's go. After that intense battle and dying a couple times, we defeated the motor. But don't ask me why I didn't use fire arrows, I forgot. From the boss, we received these soul things which you can make the new crafting table with, so that's cool. Pickle then logged off and I went back to building the kingdom. I spent some time leveling and raising more of the land around me. I then made a pathway all the way down. I wanted to add my first build, which I got a little bit too excited with and built it without recording. Thankfully, I realized halfway through and started recording. So to finish it, I added some 2x2 walls all around with a simple entrance. I outlined the entrance and added some layers. Honestly, the fishing dock looks pretty sick in my opinion. I actually also built this stage and designed the pathing a little bit with some wooden beams, but I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with this stage, to be honest with you. But as of right now, we had a new mission, and that was to take on the new beautiful plains biome, which is actually my favorite biome. So I gathered my best food and armor, jumped on my big boy boats, and sailed over to the new plains biome. It was finally time. Welcome to the plains. The plains can be very dangerous, especially if you're the lunatic who picks the fight with the biggest creature around, aka Baljeet. Baljeet is a very tanky, overpowered creature who nearly one-shots me. And of course, knowing my luck, I toggled 2. Not 1, but 2. So, with the power of 2, they killed me. Once I traveled back, I lured one of the Baljeets away, bowed him down till he was low, and then I took his juices. Baljeet drops 2 items. He drops both Lox Pelt and Lox Meat. With the Lox Pelt, you can create the Lox Cape and the Lox Rug. With the Lox Meat, you can create cooked Lox Meat and of course the famous Lox Meat Pie. I then continued my journey through the plains biome. I was greeted by the stinky goblins who I took some black metal from, and of course everyone's favorite, Dead Skeeto. Oh yeah, and Baljeet's friend, yeah, he followed me around for quite a while. So I had to keep running, which was pretty annoying, but thankfully I finally got away. And then I continued my journey looking for a fueling village. Sadly, I wasn't as lucky and I ran into a tar pit first. I decided to take it on, but it was actually very dangerous. I nearly died and had to retreat, so I continued looking for a fueling village instead. I then ran into a small fueling village, which I felt I could solo by myself. So I went ahead and poked down the fueling mutants first, lowering them till they're low enough to kill, and then I killed some fuelings. More fuelings and more fuelings. Once they're all dead, I went ahead and collected all my loot, including flax, barley, and black metal. After this, I headed straight back home because I was excited to create my new armor. So first things first, I went ahead and created the blast furnace, and of course the spinning wheel. With the spinning wheel, I put in my flax in there, creating 40 linen. If you don't know, linen and iron can be used to create padded armor, which is what I was aiming for. So I went over to the forge and created my new padded helmets and padded crew ass. I don't know exactly how to say that, but it's very cool looking. Obtaining padded armor felt great, but even greater was this whole journey. But sadly, all adventures come to an end, and so was this one. We successfully successfully completed 100 hours in Valheim. During this time, we conquered the mountain biome, slayed the 4th boss, completed tons of new building, and of course, traveled through the new wild plains. And that right there, that's me. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, stay sexy, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.